I've been to a lot of screenwriting classes, and when I say a lot, I mean quite a few screenwriting classes, which was a part of my filmmaking program. Now, I had to take these because it was a requirement, but there are a few things that I notice that professors or teachers do, screenwriting instructors do, that are flat out wrong. For example, the inappropriate question in the beginning of the class. Given the fact that we are in a screenwriting class, the question that's being asked from the get-go is inappropriate. And I'm going to be telling you today what those things are and how screenwriting should be taught in not just in schools, but in universities where filmmaking programs are offered, such as a film academy, such as film school. Welcome, story lovers, to the Story Dude Show with your host Jared Dean Winchester, bringing you a fresh set of episodes for the month of August 2024. So let's get right into it, shall we? When I went to these screenwriting courses that I was required to take as part of my screenwriting or filmmaking program, the default question that keeps getting asked is, why do we watch movies? That is the most inappropriate question to be asked, because we are in a screenwriting course, we are in a screenwriting class, learning to write scripts, learning to use words that show the story rather than tell, after we've been told by the industry, the film industry, show, don't tell. Now, given the nature of the medium, which is screen, television, and film, they're all visual-based mediums, which means we need to take a proactive approach to use words that will show the story, not tell it to the reader. So that's the first inappropriate question that keeps getting asked. The correct question is, why do we tell stories? Because that's what we're there for. We're there for people to learn how to write a proper script, showing the story to the target audience after they have identified who that target audience is. Now, that was step one. Step two is after the screenwriting course has gone through the structure, the format of screenplay, and the do's and don'ts. What needs to happen is writers or students need to be able to get into a workshop and practice the best way to write descriptions, not just dialogue, but best way to write descriptions, so that when an actor gets the script, we'll know, or he'll know, he or she will know exactly what we're dealing with. Also, bear in mind, camera angles and that sort of thing, that's the director's job. That's one of the do's and don'ts. If you are watching movies in a screenwriting class, not doing you any favors, because that's the finished product. What you want to be able to do is you want to be able to critique, or you should be able to take a look at the screenplays that other people have written and then analyze what words were used and examine what words are used to describe something and how that's appearing in your head. Based on those words, are they showing or telling? Very important. The words that are used can determine whether the writer in question is showing or telling the story. Lastly, when an idea comes forth from a student, that idea needs to be challenged. Questions need to be asked as to why on God's green earth that character or that writer has chosen that set of characters and why the story is happening to that character. Because the audience needs to know while they're watching it. They're investing at least a couple of hours of their time, which they won't be able to get back after they're done watching your movie. So we gotta make it worthwhile. Once that's done, you have to figure out why you've chosen a particular set of characters to interact with one another, like in terms of not just goals, and instead of saying things like, oh, it's for self-expression or art's for art's sake or it's what everybody wants kind of thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong is not giving the audience what they value, because they value the time. If you've wasted their time, they're not going to bother with your next project anyways. Now, I'm going to be, like I said in my previous video, or in my previous episode, I'll be following in my own advice. So, that's what I'd recommend. That's what I feel how screenwriting courses should be taught. The ideal way screenwriting courses should be taught, in my opinion. So, thank you for joining me. I post anywhere between 2 to 3 episodes per month of the Story News Show, so be sure to check all of my episodes out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to turn that page.